Right now, the retrial for a man charged with the murder of a 20-year-old at the Harmony Apartments is underway. We are live at the courthouse with the latest.
After beautiful temperatures all weekend, we still have gorgeous conditions right now out here on the patio. But when will we see some rain? I have the answer.
And later, how a state lawmaker is trying to make it easier for school districts to combine together. And we welcome you to News 3 Now at 6. Well, good evening. I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. Thanks for watching.
We begin tonight at the Dane County Courthouse, where a retrial for one of the men accused of killing a 20-year-old outside the Harmony Apartments 2 years ago is set to begin. Our
Maddie Heimsch joins us now with what we can expect inside the courtroom this week, and also the victim's mother, what she has to say ahead of the second trial for one of her son's accused killers. Maddie.
This week, Devontae Gafford will face a jury for the second time, a deadlock leading to a mistrial back in 2024. Now, in the original trial, Gafford took the stand himself, and it's unclear if he himself will testify again in this trial, but Alicia Grant, mother of the victim, Devon Grant, will be.
It's very, very emotional. I'm trying not to cry.
Alicia Grant is set to return to the courtroom more than 2 years after she witnessed her son be shot and killed.
I'm gonna do what I have to do for justice for my son.
But Grant's not worried about her testimony bringing back memories.
I go through that memory every day. Those memories never leave. My son's smile, his jokes, his hugs. I miss all that. So, yeah, it's gonna bring back a lot.
In Devontae Gafford's first trial in 2024, the jury found him guilty of possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. But that jury deadlocked on the other two charges, first-degree recklessly endangering safety as a party to a crime and first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime. That hung jury leading the judge to declare a mistrial, which brings us to this week.
The simplest way to put it, it's a do-over. Both parties start from scratch.
And anything about that sort of leaves you an inability to be fair and impartial.
Jury selection today determined the second group of jurors Devontae Gafford will face.
There's no barrier to producing new evidence. There's no requirement that they present the same evidence they did last time.
And Grant expects there's one piece of evidence she'll face a second time, the surveillance video of the shooting.
Just to watch him fall to the ground and you can't help him, and you out there and you can't save him.
The trial is set to begin tomorrow at 9 a.m. Reporting live in downtown Madison, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Okay, thank you, Maddie. In other news now, a man reported missing in Juneau County has been found and is now in custody. According to the Juneau County Sheriff's Office, Blake Olson's van was found between 25th and 28th Streets in the Necedah Township. After searching the area, authorities found Olson in a nearby home. He was then arrested and faces charges for armed burglary, felony theft, felony criminal damage to property, and operating a vehicle without the owner's consent. And now to an update on the search for the man who jumped from a tour boat into the Wisconsin River last night. The Juneau County Sheriff's Office says dive teams recovered his body at 12:15 this afternoon. The 41-year-old was last seen swimming upstream after going to the river. No foul play is suspected, but this investigation is ongoing.
Meanwhile, the Sauk County Sheriff's Office is asking for help finding a missing man. John Brenneman left his Baraboo home last week without telling his family where he was going. Brenneman was officially declared missing August 20th when his life alert button was pressed. Brenneman is believed to be driving a red 2023 Ram 1500 with Wisconsin plates. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Sauk County Sheriff's Office.
Madison police are investigating reports of shots fired on West Gilman Street. That's near Wisconsin Avenue, just a few blocks from State Street. UW-Madison sent an alert through the Badger Safe app just after midnight, telling people to avoid that area. Over a half hour later, they sent another alert that people could continue as normal. So far, there are no injuries reported.
2 people are dead, another seriously injured after a crash involving 2 vehicles. This happened in Walworth County. It was Friday on U.S. Highway 14 at State Line Road in the town of Walworth. First responders found a vehicle fully engulfed in flames. A house nearby was also struck and was on fire. Both fires were put out. The driver and passenger of the vehicle that was on fire were both pronounced dead by the medical examiner. The driver of the other vehicle, a 20-year-old man, was flown to a nearby hospital. Police determined the 20-year-old failed to stop at a stop sign, crashing into the other vehicle. Both vehicles left the road and crashed into the home. That home was occupied, but no injuries were reported.
Now to an update involving a chemical materials near a gas station in the Cottage Grove area. The Wisconsin State Lab of Hygiene says that the material dumped is not hazardous. According to the Cottage Grove Fire Department, an unknown person dumped this product onto the ground on County Highway N Sunday morning and left the scene. Sample testing determined the product is a non-hazardous agricultural animal feed, which included seeds, peanuts, and various minerals. Well, cooler temperatures to start this week, to say the least. Let's check in now with Alex, who is out on the weather patio. Lucky guy.
Yes, I am lucky. It's pleasantly, it's gorgeous. It's practically perfect out here on the patio with pleasant temperatures right in the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. And look at where our temperatures are going to go over the next 10 days here. Our normal high is right around 80 degrees, and it's going to take all the way out till early next week for our temperatures to start to even begin to approach normal. But I suspect on the other side of the camera there's probably few complaints as we keep the clear skies that we have out here right now. Just a couple puffy cumulus clouds out here on the patio right now, but generally clear, staying sunny on Tuesday, staying sunny for the most part on Wednesday before we introduce some showers and maybe a thunderstorm as we head towards Wednesday night. More on that in just a little bit. Gorgeous 65 here in Madison. Again, our normal high is right around 80, so we're 15 degrees cooler than where we should be this time of year. We got 68 in Lone Rock, 68 in the Dells, and 66 in Janesville. Here in Dane County, we've got the 65s to the east and still hanging on close to 70 degrees to the west. As we plan our evening, those puffy cumulus clouds are going to go away. We're going to have clear skies all the way up through our 10 o'clock newscast and clear skies through the night. But skies will fill in with clouds as we head towards Wednesday night. What our chances for showers and thunderstorms are and how much water you can expect, I'm going to let you know when you see me next in about 10 minutes.
All right, Alex, thank you. There's a new leader at Madison Metro. Today, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway announcing Jamie Acton will take on that role. Acton previously served as a regional planning director for the Federal Transit Administration. And there she oversaw projects and managed grants in the Pacific Northwest, also in Alaska. Acton's first day on the job set for October 13th. Well, it is back to school time, but that can also mean some financial strains on smaller school districts in Wisconsin. That can get to the point where some districts have to consider consolidating to save on some of those costs.
Our political reporter Will Keneally spoke to one state lawmaker who wants to make that a little bit easier.
I mean, I have two school districts in my district that they're literally 8 minutes apart.
For Representative Amanda Nedweski, it might make sense for them to consolidate in order to save on administrative costs.
Maybe schools could even share a snow plowing contract or a lawn cutting contract or something like that.
Now, the Madison School District is not considering consolidating, for example, but some schools in Waukesha are, and we'll show you what that looks like here. This area here in Waukesha County all feeds the same high school, Arrowhead. But that high school area is made up of smaller districts that support elementary and middle schools. These districts are currently discussing consolidating into one district that would feed that single high school.
Can we incentivize that in some way at the state level?
That's where the state comes in. Nedweski chairs a government efficiency committee in the state legislature, similar to Elon Musk's work at the federal level.
We need to find ways to encourage school districts to share services if they can, or maybe consolidate in some way. So we're working on a package of bills that would encourage that right now.
We could see those bills come out later this year. Reporting in Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Well, thank you. And college students are heading back to school soon as well. This week, UW-Madison welcoming nearly 9,000 students back to the residence halls. Move-in started yesterday. It'll continue through Wednesday. For the southeast dorms, Park Street by Chadbourne Hall will be northbound only from University to Langdon. Lake Street by Whitty Hall, northbound only from Dayton to Johnson. And Dayton by Celery and Ogg Halls will be westbound only from Francis Street over to Park. Now, to accommodate move-in at the Lakeshore dorms, Observatory Drive will be westbound only from Charter by Van Nuys to Babcock and Microbial Sciences building as well. Drivers should expect delays. Metro Transit buses will also detour around all that congestion. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6, the Madison Public Library unveils a new library card when you'll be able to get one.
Plus, there's a new park and playground open in Fitchburg. We'll tell you what else they're planning for in the next year.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. WISC-TV and Television Wisconsin have completed a major upgrade to our over-the-air broadcasting system with 2 new transmitters, and that means those watching us with an antenna will need to rescan their televisions. Now, to rescan yours, just open your TV's menu, select Settings, and then choose Channel Scan or Auto Tune. We also have these instructions at our website, channel3000.com/rescan. Now, if you watch WISC-TV on cable, satellite, or streaming, you will not need to make any changes.
Well, the city of Fitchburg is celebrating the grand opening of a brand new park and playground. Today, a ribbon cutting ceremony was held on Velt Drive for Stoner Prairie Park. Along with the playground, the park also has an open-air shelter. Construction of a well house with public restrooms is set to begin later this year and then be completed next year. The final cost of this whole project is about $450,000.
Well, next month, the Madison Public Library will issue a new artist-designed library card. So take a look. The card designed by local collage artist John D. Brunswick. September is Library Card sign-up month, and the limited edition release is also part of the library system's year-long celebration of its 150th anniversary. In October, current library card holders will have the option to come in and exchange their existing cards for one of the limited edition cards.
Still ahead for us, why corn farmers are smiling ear to ear over this year's harvest projections.
Plus, how people can set themselves up for success financially, even as inflation keeps making things difficult.
And some refreshing weather the past few days, but will it continue? Alex returns with the complete forecast after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Financial experts project prices in the U.S. will continue to rise because of tariffs. For some households, small increases over time are easier to handle, but for others with little wiggle room in their budgets, that slow burn could resemble a slow bleed.
According to Bankrate, nearly 1 in 4 Americans report having no emergency savings, according to their latest report. Now, despite households facing higher prices, it's important to still have a savings plan. Some keys to getting started include creating a budget you check regularly and cutting back on expenses. Also, they say instead of a 6-month savings goal, focus on a shorter-term objective.
Saving your first $5, then your first $10, then maybe eventually working up to saving a month's worth of expenses. Thinking about yourself as your own best advocate, that really is kind of the bottom line here.
About 46% of U.S. adults have enough emergency savings to cover 3 months of expenses, but none of it will matter if you win tonight's Powerball drawing. This after no one matched the winning numbers in Saturday's drawing. The jackpot now up to $750 million. If there's a winner, they'll have the choice between the annualized prize or a lump sum payment. After they take out all the taxes in Wisconsin, you'll be left with a measly $187 million.
Still take it. All right, well, it could be a record harvest year for corn farmers, all thanks to this summer's good weather. Website Pro Farmer just finished its yearly 7-state crop tour and projects corn at a record 182.7 bushels per acre. That would come in a little shy of the Department of Agriculture's prediction of 188.8. It's still yet to be seen if areas that had overly hot conditions and plant disease, though, will significantly affect the final corn yield. The rest of this weather this month could be the determining factor. The U.S. is the world's largest producer of and exporter of corn. Speaking of all of this, we're staying cool and dry for now, and Alex is back with the complete forecast.
We certainly are, and just a tiny little chance of rain. That's what we're going to focus on, because that's really the only thing out of the course of the next 5 days, maybe even the next 7 days, that's any different from day to day, with pleasant conditions expected really through the next 7 days. But a little chance of a shower or a thunderstorm right around 1 o'clock or so in the morning Thursday. This is the wee hours of the morning, Juneau, Adams counties, and then eventually that's going to work its way down to the I-94 corridor, maybe as far west as southwest Wisconsin. But take note, these showers and couple rumbles of thunder, they're few and far between. So not everybody is going to see showers and thunderstorms Wednesday night going into Thursday morning. There'll be some folks that are entirely dry Wednesday night going into Thursday. Behind this front, winds are going to come in out of the north and out of the east. We've got that all-important Badger game as we go into Thursday evening. and I expect those showers to be out of here. But it will be cool, pleasantly cool, I should add, behind that front. Rainfall amounts sparse, maybe a tenth, maybe as much as a quarter of an inch in Janesville. But again, this could modify here over the course of the next couple of days. So be certainly to keep tuning into our forecast. We'll let you know as this cold front comes through the area Wednesday night and Thursday if there's any changes north or south or east or west on some of these heavier precipitation totals of perhaps maybe a quarter or a half inch, but there will be some areas that stay again totally dry. I've been showing this graphic because I've been getting a lot of questions when I'm out and about. Hey, it's been a really rainy August. It's been a really rainy year. Where do we stack up in terms of total rainfall? For the month, we're up about 1 inch and 4/10. You might think that we're way above that, considering all of the heavy rain that we've had and the flooding as well. But here in Madison, we're right at normal for this time of year, just about 1 inch above normal. We're not many inches above normal, just about 1 inch. So we're sitting where we should for the month, and we're sitting where we should for the year in terms of precipitation. Lows tonight, upper 40s. We'll do 48 in Madison, 48 in Lone Rock, 46. That's pretty chilly in Watertown, 47 in Janesville, maybe 50 right along the Wisconsin-Illinois border and out towards the Mississippi River. All highs right around 70 to 72 on Tuesday, and we're going to repeat that again as we head towards Wednesday before those showers move in. 65 in Madison. That's the chilly spot here. I take that back. Juneau and the Beaver Dam area up right around 64. Otherwise, there we see our Edgewater first one weather cam 65. Low humidity. That dew point's very low at 45. We've had those dew points in the 70s with all that sticky weather. Nothing like that as we plan the rest of our night tonight. Staying clear, staying refreshingly cool out there. And as we look at the rest of the 10 days, staying refreshingly cool and pleasant all the way out towards Labor Day. And the next chance of rain starts to pull into the forecast about the middle end of next week. If you are a ragweed sufferer, those conditions right now, that pollen is high out there across southern Wisconsin. So take note of that. And stunning photo here. This is sunrise from Barneville. Look at those rays coming up on the eastern horizon. We thank Lori for that pretty picture.
It doesn't even look real.
No.
This
It's
weather,
a nice way to start off the day with a photo like that.
And the weather is surreal, too.
Yes.
Feeling like football weather, too.
Football weather and fall-like, yes.
It is here, and it is game week for your Wisconsin Badgers. Coming up in Sports, why head coach Luke Fickell says year 3 feels very different than the past 2 years. Stay with us. Ready or not, we know you're ready. Game week is officially here for the Badger football team. Thursday, they'll kick off the 2025 campaign hosting Miami of Ohio. The Luke Fickell era, the head coach says heading into week 1, there are still a lot of unknowns, but adds he does know things are different this time around. He says he has a group of leaders, a large group of leaders, and says he feels confident.
This team has embraced one another, and I think that they're tighter, they're more together. They understand the challenges and the battle that lies in front of us, whether that's Thursday night or even down the road. And that's why, to be honest with you, that's why I sleep better. But I know this, I think we've got a group in that locker room that believe in one another, and I think just tied a little bit deeper than I've felt since I've been here.
The 2025 season kicks off, and sports director Andrew Bancher will join me as we get you ready with Wisconsin Game Day live from Camp Randall at 6:30 Thursday evening, getting you ready for game day and, of course, breaking down the X's and O's and their gauntlet of a schedule that lies ahead. And then over on Channel 3000 Plus starting at 7, we'll also have a more in-depth breakdown of the team and the season leading up to kickoff.
And the day after the Badgers begin on the football field, they'll do the same on the volleyball court. And their schedule, too, is tough. They open the season at the Kohl Center, hosting number 14 Kansas on Friday and on Sunday, then taking on the nation's 5th-ranked team, Texas. Starting their slate against some of the best teams in the country is nothing new, though, for the Badgers. But with a group full of fresh faces, it'll tell the coaching staff a lot about this year's squad.
The advantage of scheduling the way that we do in the preseason is it exposes, right? It gets you the truth. This is where we are. What the preseason teaches us, especially with our top, the opponents that we have coming up in Kansas and Texas, it shows us where we're starting. It's the foundation that we get to build on to continue to trend in the direction that we think we're capable of trending by the end of the year.
And that will be interesting. Coming up on News 3 now at 10, Sun Prairie has a new school board member, what he told our Tenacious Shaw in an exclusive interview ahead of tonight's big school board meeting.
And it's 65 degrees right now
great?
here in Madison. It's got a little crisp fall feel in the air. Beautiful week ahead for us.
Beautiful week ahead. The game on Thursday night, temperatures probably are also in the mid-60s. Just a little bit of a breeze, and that breeze is pretty pleasant out there. Feels like fall, and our temperatures are going to stay very fall-like. Look at that dew point as well, 45. I only talk about the dew when I need to talk about it, and it's very low right now. Remember, our dew points in the 70s? That was just a week ago. We were still dealing with all that sticky stuff, and we've got none of that in the forecast tonight. Temperatures dipping down quickly into the 50s, lows in the upper 40s tonight. And here's all that nice stuff. That shower chance on Thursday will likely be mostly confined to the morning hours, and then pleasant conditions for the upcoming weekend. Labor Day is looking great, and some rain chances building in as we head towards the middle and end of next week as those lows come back up to the lower 60s. Just a touch of humidity, not terrible humidity levels. That'll be pretty doable next week, in my opinion.
As long as that rain stays in the morning on Thursday.
Yes,
I'm picturing this beautiful night at Camp Randall, so we need that for our game day show. Yeah. Alex, thank you. And thanks for joining us at 6. Coming up next, Entertainment Tonight.
And our next show, of course, is coming up at 10 o'clock. We hope you'll join us. And you can always find us streaming 24/7 on Channel 3000+.